Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and I have two stories for you in this latest Moon Lambo Hot Jam. Starting with this one from the Crypto Basic, pro-XRP lawyer says SEC loathes Ripple for impeding its plan to control crypto for 3 years. Well, frankly, folks, the SEC loathes all XRP holders. Every single one of you folks out there, all of us XRP folks, SEC despises us because we came together as a community and absolutely destroyed them. With Attorney John Deaton representing over 75,000 XRP holders, completely unprecedented. Nothing like that has ever happened, not even close to it, in history. Ever. And our community just did that. So yeah, they're a little pissed off. Because the one thing that mattered most, and it was required for their unbridled assault against the world of crypto, was that they had to win on XRP itself being a security, and they had a devastating loss, which not only did they say they won't appeal, they literally can't appeal because it's dicta, and it's not something that was technically had to be ruled. And they were trying to get it to be put in that box in a roundabout type of way, but they can't do anything about it anyway. So yeah, they're rather upset. Then there's also this from the Crypto Basic. Ripple stablecoin won't kill XRP, expert asserts. Now, look, I've already said, the vast majority of my quote-unquote piece on this matter. I made a whole video dedicated to it, going into depth, sharing a lot of my thoughts on this. There's still some people that have some questions and would like some additional coverage on this, and understandably so. So this is covering additional perspective from somebody else. Somebody put out a fantastic thread within the XRP community, and that's what this article is covering here, so you'll get some extra perspective on that. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. All right, so into the first piece. The legal tussle between the SEC and Ripple takes a new twist as XRP enthusiasts characterize the commission's remedy request as an abuse of power. The crypto community has slammed the United States Securities and Exchange Commission over its remedy request against blockchain payments company Ripple Labs. It bears mentioning that the SEC made its remedies request against Ripple on March 22nd. In particular, the commission requested a whopping $1.95 billion in fines and penalties following Ripple's unregistered securities offering in the form of XRP institutional sales. The $1.95 billion fine requested by the SEC surpassed the amount Ripple gained from the securities violation. And by the way, folks, it covers in this article, it's right up after this. It is amazing to me, though. And I at least once briefly mentioned this on the channel. But what the fine they're looking for after all of this, it's another thing about this case that's completely unprecedented. I do not believe there's a snowball's chance in hell this goes through, that Ripple is paid $1.95 billion. But the SEC wants them to have to because they believe that Ripple would then have to sell a whole bunch more XRP, which would harm us pesky XRP holders, which they despise. They hate us. Anyway, peace continues. So here, wait, did I cover that? Yeah, the $1.95 billion fine requested by the SEC surpassed the amount Ripple gained from the securities violation. Notably, the crypto company raised $728.9 million via its institutional sales of XRP from 2013 through 2020. The SEC's request has elicited reactions among XRP community members who believe the commission made the demand out of its hatred towards Ripple. Yeah, spot on. And it's not just us that thinks this. Check this out. Prominent law professor J.W. Verrett pointed out the massive disparity in the SEC's remedies demand against Ripple in a post on X. And by the way, I want to pause to note, J.W. Verrett, he actually worked, I don't know if I'm going to recall the name of the group that he was a part of, but it was an actual SEC group, and so he was working directly with Kim Jong-Gensler. That's right, SEC chair Gary Gensler, J.W. Verrett was working hand in hand with him, but he doesn't agree with what Kim Jong-Gensler was doing. He's pushing back. And on his way out the door, when that was, I can't remember exactly now, maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years, maybe, I can't remember. Whatever it was. Point is, on the way out the door, he had this scathing response, I would characterize it as that, noting the terrible things that Kim Jong-Gensler was doing, and then he just left, which is a fantastic exit. I remember covering that in a video at the time here. And so this is not some sort of fly-by-night individual. This is an incredibly sharp guy. He's Like, he was like in the middle of this type of stuff. Like, he absolutely was. I wish I could remember the name of the group now, but I guess it doesn't matter for the purpose of this video. Let's just go on. But anyway, according to Verret, the regulatory agency typically requests about 11% recovery from violators of federal securities laws in other cases, including those involving Kik, Kraken, LBRY, and Telegram. For instance, in its case against LBRY, the SEC collected $111,614 from the company due to the fact that it raised $11 million from the LBRY credit sales. However, Verret noted that instead of the 11% recovery the SEC typically collects in similar cases, the regulatory agency is targeting a whopping 300% recovery from Ripple. And so here's the chart that he shared. This is JW Verret shared this chart on social media platform X, and it is wild. If you can take a look at your screen and you're not driving or something, it's worth doing so. So here you can see Kik Interactive, and in blue is the unregistered sales. And then the remedy, meaning the penalty/fines, that's what's in red. So in Kik Interactive, there are sales of $100 million. The fine was $5 million. Telegram, $1.7 billion. The remedy there, the fine, $1.24 billion, and I'm just rounding it. A LBRY already said that one. Thor Technologies, $2.6 million. The remedies though, just over $1 million. Payward Ventures, DBA Kraken, $147 million, but the remedy was only $30 million. But then you look at Ripple, $728 million roughly, and they're asking for close to triple that. Roughly 300%. It's insane. Yeah, they hate Ripple, and they also hate us. They absolutely do. Piece continues. Other XRP proponents also commented on the massive disparity in the SEC demand. Australian-based lawyer Bill Morgan weighed in on the matter, characterizing the SEC's demand as an abuse of regulatory power. In a recent X post, Attorney Morgan said the SEC loathes Ripple due to its relentless resistance in the lawsuit, which has halted the commission's agenda of exerting control over the crypto industry for 3.5 years. And he wrote the following. This is Attorney Morgan now, of the XRP community. It is very abusive. The SEC must loathe Ripple for fighting so hard and hold up its plan to control crypto for 3.5 years. Yep. So we in the XRP community, in conjunction with Ripple, destroyed their evil plans, basically. That's pretty much it. They're the villain. Now to this piece. Ripple stablecoin won't kill XRP, expert asserts. And that is definitely true. It will not kill XRP. It will bolster the odds of long-term viability of XRP. It is very good for XRP. But anyway, piece reads as follows. Krippenreiter, a crypto researcher, recently discussed the possibility of XRP becoming obsolete due to Ripple's imminent launch of the USD-backed stablecoin. For context, Ripple recently made waves with its announcement of introducing a new stablecoin pegged to the US dollar on the XRP ledger and Ethereum networks later this year. This decision has sparked speculations and concerns within the crypto community regarding the potential impact on XRP's relevance and utility for cross-border transactions. Notably, the payments firm largely depends on XRP for some transactions involving its cross-border payment service. Recall that an on-chain sleuth, Mr. Huber, asked last month why Ripple had not introduced a liquid stablecoin on the XRP ledger after over a decade of development on the network. He theorized that the firm possibly wishes to continue leveraging XRP for its cross-border settlement service. Now that Ripple seeks to launch a stablecoin, apprehensions about XRP's abandonment have taken the spotlight. In response, Krippenreiter noted that the development does not particularly spell the end for XRP. In an attempt to provide a basic overview of stablecoins, he noted that stablecoins are digital representations of real-world assets aimed at maintaining a stable value pegged to these assets. The crypto researcher then highlighted major differences between stablecoins and XRP. This move shows that XRP boasts some unique features that are not inherent in stablecoins, making it difficult for the upcoming Ripple stablecoin to replace it. Unlike stablecoins, which inherently depend on issuers, institutions, or specific jurisdictions, XRP is a globally neutral token on the XRP ledger. This neutrality further underscores XRP's resilience against counterparty risks, a looming concern plaguing stablecoin ecosystems. And my friends, That is one of the many things that I pointed out. You know, and I talked. There's one video in particular where I talked really in depth. My very last video, I broached the subject. It was the one where I was shredding that piece of garbage CoinDesk article. Oh my God, that was cathartic. I love that. I really enjoyed that. But I talked about it a little bit there too. And it's just not something to be concerned about. So I don't want to rehash all of that here, but this is correct. Piece continues. Another factor Krippenreiter spotlighted is transparency. While stablecoin issuers undergo audits and attestations to validate off-chain reserve assets, the XRP Ledger's transparent ledger enables stakeholders to monitor XRP supply dynamics in real time. In terms of fragmentation, there are lots of different stablecoins, each backed by different companies, and they operate on various chains and platforms. However, the XRP Ledger is different. It has its own unique currency, XRP, and a built-in DEX, decentralized exchange. The researcher called attention to the growing de-dollarization scheme across the globe. For context, several nations, especially those in BRICS, are looking to cut off their reliance on the dollar. Last August, the president of Brazil, a member of BRICS, called on BRICS nations to launch a common currency in this regard. Basically, every stablecoin tied to the US dollar is only as good as the real US dollars it represents. This means if people lose trust in the United States dollar, it could affect the value of these stablecoins, especially with the nations looking to dump the dollar. Krippenreiter also discussed adoptability as a key difference between XRP and stablecoins. Notably, stablecoins have rules set by their issuers, meaning those companies can create or destroy stablecoins without everyone knowing exactly what's happening behind the scenes. On the other hand, XRP works differently. Since it's not a stablecoin and doesn't rely on any backing, everyone using the XRP ledger, represented by the DUNL validators, has to agree upon any changes in supply. And folks, you know what I also got to add to this? Like, because there are some people that are legitimately worried about this still. And I don't blame anybody for asking the questions, but if you really think that XRP is so fragile that there's something that you could tokenize on the XRP ledger that would knock out XRP, the native asset, I just got to be like, why? Like, when I frame it like that, does it cause pause? Because it should. It's just an issued asset. So you'd have to believe that the XRP ledger had coded into it something that would make the native asset completely irrelevant. That is absurd. These are different things for different use cases. Anyway, piece continues. Contrary to concerns about XRP's obsolescence, Krippenreiter's analysis emphasizes its enduring relevance. Despite the imminent launch of Ripple's stablecoin, XRP's unique attributes, including speed and independence, ensure its continued prominence in the scene. Citing on-chain data, Krippenreiter stressed the massive nature of the stablecoin market, which boasts a $153.5 billion valuation per DeFi Llama data. Stablecoins also dominate 51% of the Ethereum network and command over $875 million in volume on Uniswap. So, folks, I got to ask you, is ETH screwed now because there's stablecoins there? No, because it's a dumb idea. It doesn't make sense. And now, to be clear, I don't blame anybody asking just in case if you haven't thought through it, or maybe you're not as familiar with the inner workings of what's happening within the XRP ecosystem. You're smart to ask that. The only way you could be stupid is that if after taking in this information, you think that this is a bad thing for XRP. Then I'd be like, you stupid, son. Oh, you stupid. Then they wrap up the article by stating, given stablecoins' growing dominance in the crypto space, Krippenreiter believes Ripple's stablecoin project could record success. He believes the new XRP Ledger automated market maker functionality would lead to the launch of AMM with currency pairs involving XRP and the Ripple stablecoin. Spot on. That is exactly right. That is part of the plan. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.